When we talk about Magic Johnson, he was bigger, he was stronger, he was more durable, and there isn't a better passer in the history of basketball.
Did you know that Magic Johnson's real name is Irvin Johnson? He was such a great player that people forgot his actual name, and we remember him by his name, Magic. The legend goes that a sports writer proclaimed him as Magic after a particularly mesmerizing performance during his high school era. Many NBA legends remember the former NBA player for his excellence on the hardwood. Magic Johnson is one of the all-time great point guards in the NBA. Magic changed the point guard position during his remarkable career. Johnson had a terrific presence on the court and had incredible playmaking skills. Analysts always debate on the best players to walk foot on the hardwood. Johnson has frequently found himself at the heart of discussions about the position of point guard. Magic deserved it because he went on to win 5 titles in the course of his long career. On a recent episode of ESPN's First Take, analysts Kendrick Perkins and Chris Russo discussed some of the greatest point guards in history. After spending some time admiring Steph Curry of the Golden State Warriors, Russo said that he would rank Magic Johnson as one of the greatest point guards in history. Russo said, "Magic made everybody better and revolutionized the game because Magic could dominate a game, scoring 4 points. Magic did not have to put the ball in the basket to dominate a game." There is no disputing that Steph Curry is beginning to move up the list of all-time NBA point guards. It's difficult to understate how outstanding Magic was when he played for the Los Angeles Lakers. Magic averaged 23.9 points, 6.3 rebounds, and 12.2 assists per game while shooting 52.2% from the floor in one of his greatest seasons. The Showtime Lakers, still regarded as one of the NBA's most dangerous offensive teams, had Johnson as their floor general. The argument about who is the greatest of all time will go on. Curry keeps enhancing his already outstanding lists of achievements. Curry and Johnson's battle will intensify over time. For the time being, it's difficult to deny the Los Angeles Lakers icon as one of the all-time great point guards in NBA history. If you talk about the players who changed the game in the course of NBA history, Magic Johnson will be on that list. Magic Johnson has a class of his own, and when he played in NBA in the 80s, other players looked at him as if he came from a different planet. He's the only rookie to ever win the Finals MVP. Magic was doing unbelievable things, and no player has ever won the title's MVP in their first season. Remember Game 6 of that final series? He played center position when Kareem was out for that game, and he drew 42 points. He was like a generation ahead of everybody. He began the trend now shooters like Steph Curry is doing in the 80s. Now do you understand the greatness of Magic? Magic was a game changer. He was an elite playmaker, and it was like he had eyes on his back also. He knew every play move before it happened. The 6'9" point guard was like set the trend for 6'8" point guards, or even point forwards in today's leagues, as it was almost impossible to find such a 6'9" point guard like Johnson in the 80s. He put the way forward for today's point forwards. What do you think legends like Kobe Bryant has to say about the prime Magic? In the Jimmy Kimmel Show, the host Jimmy Kimmel asked Kobe about Magic, proclaiming Kobe as the greatest Laker ever. Kobe replied with his light humor that although he doesn't want to disagree with his elders, for him, it's Magic Johnson who is the greatest Laker of all time. Isaiah Thomas ranked Magic Johnson as number 1 in his best starting fives of the 80s. He ranks the mighty Magic Johnson as number 1. We talked about how Johnson revolutionized the point guard position, but he has also revolutionized the center position. He is the standard for the point guard position as well as the center position. Few players stand out in their respective sports, redefining how it is played thanks to their special talents. One of them was Irvin Magic Johnson. How talented was Johnson as a basketball player? So magnificent, maybe, that basketball fans in the future could wish they had been born years earlier simply to have seen Magic play in person rather than only seeing him on highlight reels. He was to the 70s what Julius Erving was to the 50s, Oscar Robinson to the 60s, and Bob Cousy to the 50s. Everyone who saw Johnson play left with an imprint of what they had seen, whether it was a behind-the-back pass to a charging James Worthy a half-court swish at the buzzer, or a smile that lit up an arena. How could a man so enormous accomplish so many things with the ball and with his body was a question that many asked as soon as he stepped onto the court. Magic existed. During his 13-year NBA career, during which he played the entire time with the Los Angeles Lakers, Johnson accomplished nearly all a player could hope for. He played for 5 championship squads. He received both the Finals MVP award and the Most Valuable Player award 3 times each. He was named to the All-NBA First Team 9 times and was an All-Star 12 times. Although history necessitates that Robertson be acknowledged as the first man to regularly post double figures in 3 statistical categories in the same game, the term triple-double was inspired by his all-around performance in basketball. Unfortunately for the Big O, the triple-double wasn't even a concept in the 1960s. Johnson accomplished all of this while retaining a childlike enthusiasm out of an unadulterated love of sports and rivalry. Johnson wasn't concerned about the money, success, or recognition. He was simply content to be playing basketball. The most impressive feature of Johnson's game was his incredible passing ability, with no-look passes off the fast break, precise alley-oops from half-court, twisting feeds and overhead bullets under the rim through triple teams. He astounded spectators and perplexed opponents. Defenders anticipated him to pass, but instead he shot. They anticipated him to shoot, but he didn't. There have been instances when he has thrown passes, and I wasn't sure where he was going, according to former Lakers swingman Michael Cooper. Then one of our players scores after catching the ball, and I immediately get up off the ground, sure that he must have tossed it through someone. I practiced all day, Johnson said to US Weekend. I dribbled with my right hand to the store and my left hand back. Then I went to bed holding my basketball. Johnson first acquired the nickname Magic while a standout at Everett High School. A sports writer who had just witnessed the 15-year-old prep player score 36 points, 16 rebounds, and 16 assists gave him the moniker. Johnson's mother, a devoted Christian, thought that the name was blasphemous. Johnson's effort in the 6th game of the 1980 NBA Finals against the Philadelphia 76ers, which won the series, is legendary. In Game 5, Abdul-Jabbar scored 40 points but was forced to leave the game due to a severely damaged ankle. With a 3-2 lead, the Lakers could end the game on the 76ers court. Enter Johnson, a 20-year-old rookie. Johnson took Abdul-Jabbar's place at the center, skyhooking and grabbing 15 rebounds while leading the Lakers to win the 42 points, 7 assists, 3 steals, and 15 rebounds. Even when the opening tip came, he leapt. Johnson became the first rookie to ever take home the MVP honors in the finals. The incredible performance was a prime example of his amazing capacity to go above and beyond for the Lakers' win. In the Los Angeles Times, Westhead said of his amazing rookie, "We all thought he was a movie star player, but we found out he wears a hard hat. It's like finding a great orthopedic surgeon who can also operate a bulldozer." The legendary player Michael Jordan implied in an interview how Magic Johnson influenced him to be a top-notch player like Johnson himself. What do you think of Magic Johnson? The guy was scary good, right? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Till then, bye. Make sure you subscribe to this channel for more content like this.